folks, I'm Nathan with Two Guys in a Ride. Today I'm here in beautiful Bloomington, Minnesota, and I'm here with our good friend Mike. Mike, thanks for being with us today.
Pleasure. Glad to see you.
Boy, I tell you, and just in time for our snowstorm that's coming.
Absolutely.
You will have seen this car before on Car Masters, Russ to Riches show on Netflix, and now it's in Mike's collection.
Yes, it is.
So, Mike, before we start talking about the car, though, you have a really neat nonprofit.
I do.
Why don't you tell us about that?
Thanks. We have a nonprofit started a couple years ago called Cars Against Crime, which features mostly crime fighter cars. This one we're going to go through is a little bit of an exception, but I'll explain why this is part of the fleet. And we raise money for law enforcement, firefighters, and first responders. And we do this by taking the cars, Batmobile, Scooby-Doo, Knight Rider, and a number of other ones to different events, corporate functions, business openings, things like that, other charity events. And people take thousands of pictures with them and post them on the internet. And we are really turned out to be a really good draw for these places. And it's a win-win. Everything gets promoted and we get a donation. And at the end of the year, our board of directors donates almost all the money that we get to help all the first responders.
And thanks for doing that.
Yeah, you're welcome. Pleasure. It's a passion.
It is for you, and that's just neat. It's well needed. So, back to the car behind us.
You got it.
All right. So, it's always fun when you have seen Hot Wheels cars, Matchbox cars. I mean, I think many of us, me included, you included, grew up playing with those.
Absolutely.
And then to see one come to life. So, tell us what the car is.
The car is a replica of the Hot Wheels Splittin image car. Hot Wheels, actually Splittin image was a pretty popular car back then, Nathan, and they made them in the 70s.
Okay.
And then I think they quit for a while, and then back in the 90s, and they went back into production again. Now, again, those are the little ones, okay?
Right.
We would play with them and, of course, scoot them down the rug and everything, but this is a really good replica, drivable, probably one of a kind.
It's got to be. It's fun to see. So, on the show, the customer has the Hot Wheels version,
right? And
that is all he has,
right?
And then Gotham Garage takes that and fabricates this out of it to replicate it, which is, it's all so fun to see something. It's like watching it come to life.
It is.
Now, this isn't a crime-fighting car.
No.
So, how did this end up in your collection?
Well, one of the things that we try and do with the crime fighter cars, and of course they're out at Chanhassen Autoplex in Chanhassen, Minnesota, where we raise money for charities. And one of the things I always try and do is find things that will draw people to our shows that we have.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's not a crime fighter, okay, but it's pretty cool. And when people see this car or hear about this car or have seen it on TV, they come to the shows so that they can actually see if it's real.
Yep.
And then they'll ask the questions, what kind of car is it? Does it drive? All these other types of things. So to get people to the garage, you have to sometimes get other things that are a little bit off of the crime fighter.
Yep.
Okay. But definitely things that are different people want to see.
And this is a crowd drawer. I'll tell you what.
Fits that category, yeah.
Now, you're also going to see this car at the upcoming Minneapolis Auto Show, along with 8 of Mike's other crime-fighting cars that will be there. So be sure to check that out.
Yeah, that's going to be March 30th through April 7th.
Yep.
At the convention center. So look for Cars Against Crime, and this will be with
Splittin Image will be there with Constance Nunes.
With Constance Nunes, because from Gotham Garage.
Okay, so the car obviously has to be. It's manufactured around something. So what is it based on?
The base car is titled. Because you can't title it as a Splittin Image.
Yeah.
Okay. It's titled as an '86 Corvette.
Okay.
Which it is.
All right, and it has the '86 Corvette engine and transmission?
That's exactly right.
Okay.
So, yeah, the bottom part, the suspension, you can see the wheels and tires are not '86, but they are off a Corvette. A lot of the stuff, of course, is show, okay, as
Right.
so it looked like to make the car work, but it is a standard 86 Corvette engine, the 4-speed transmission, and the suspension is all 86 Corvette.
Okay, is it automatic transmission or manual?
It's automatic.
It's automatic. Okay. Boy, I tell you what, there's just neat fabrication on here, though. I mean, just to be able to create all that and even to fit it in. You know, the exhaust pipes obviously are not functioning.
Correct.
But you wouldn't want them. I mean, think of all the heat next to that windshield. I mean, that would the fiberglass.
With the tops being all glass,
Yeah.
it's pretty hot in there anyway. So it's a good
I'm
thing.
sure.
Yeah, it's a good thing that the exhausts aren't functioning.
That was my first thought. Look at that, man, that's got to be a hot ride. Now, the car was recently repainted.
It was done on the show.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Man, it is sharp looking.
It really is, and we had to put in a camera so
Okay.
you could see what's going on in the back, because when you're driving it, you are kind of at an angle, so because this is right on top of your head,
Okay.
the bubble. So seeing parts of the front, not being able to see, aren't the end of the world, but you can't see out the back.
All right.
So if you're going to change lanes or whatever, it's difficult.
You got to have a camera.
Got to have a camera.
So you had a backup camera installed
Backup
with
camera,
the screen.
yeah,
Okay.
with a screen inside the car.
All right. Well, let's move down to sort of the dual cockpit area.
Okay.
Man, it's still so fun. I mean, after watching the show, to actually just to see it.
Yeah.
That's incredible. All right. So this is glass.
Fiberglass.
It's okay.
Or plastic. It's plastic.
Yeah. This is plastic.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
glass. Yeah.
It's got to. That'd be.
Yeah.
Whew, that'd be heavy. Okay. I do see you've actually got almost a little air vent right there.
Oh yeah, that's the air conditioning.
That's the air conditioning, okay. And then inside, you have a sort of a standard console that's been, I mean, they've padded it and they've done some things to it and they've put a couple of the aluminum machine pieces in there, but it would be a standard, it's right out of the Corvette body.
Right. I see the dash has been changed,
Yep.
so it can make it look out like similar on both sides.
I love that machine metal.
Yeah.
That looks fantastic. The white gauges look great.
Look great on this car, absolutely.
And then, so then your backup camera, that's the monitor right
Yes.
down there.
Yes.
Okay. And now, I know sometimes when they design these cars, they don't make everything functioning. They put it on there for looks. Do the gauges currently function?
A couple of them function.
Okay.
A couple of them don't.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that is still a work in progress.
Yeah.
But it does have a tiltable steering wheel.
It does, because you need that to get in and out, because as you can see, there's no door. So
Yeah, that's got to be an interesting way. Is it kind of like a saddle? You sit on it and swing your legs over? I mean, there's not a lot of room.
there's not a lot of room. So generally, that's the case where you straddle it, put one leg over, stand on the seat, sit
Yep.
down. It takes a little bit of practice to figure out what's the
figure it
best
out.
way to get your butt in and out of here.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Now, you've driven the car, though.
Absolutely.
Okay, and it drives good.
Drives fine.
Okay, so that's a huge deal, right? To be able to have a functioning car.
Absolutely. It's the functioning thing. Is then the other issues were just putting the backup camera in was a
Yep.
big deal for safety.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you can't see anything behind you.
Can't see anything
Not where
behind
you're
you.
sitting, right? And there's no rear view mirror.
No.
No, that's just your camera.
Yeah.
Now, can you turn your camera on at any time or only in reverse?
No, it's on all the time.
It's on all the time. Right.
Yeah.
That's what I figured you would
Yeah.
do. So you'd have that safety factor
Yeah.
in there. Now, this is just an aluminum strut.
Yeah, it's just an aluminum strut that we made up to help keep the
Help keep
top
it propped
when
open.
you're getting in and out.
Okay. I like the steering wheel. Mm-hmm. That is a bright, sparkly green.
Matches the car.
It does. It matches it very well.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move to the back here because there
Okay.
are some interesting features in the back. I gotta admit, this is probably my favorite view of the car.
It's beautiful. isn't it?
I love this and the exhaust coming out. It's just, I mean, it's an amazing replica.
And
It
of
really
course, the lights work and the turn signals work, so you can safely drive down the street.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love how that fake exhaust comes out the back.
Yeah.
That is just really cool. Now, you've got dual gas tanks on here.
We do.
Are they actual dual gas tanks?
No.
Okay.
This one is the real one,
Okay.
and this one, just to make sure it doesn't go on the ground, wrong hole. So.
Somebody has a sense of humor.
Somebody has a sense of humor, yeah. So But that's important, you know. You don't drop the.
You don't want to put it in the wrong hole, no.
Yeah. So, but I would agree with you. The back end is.
Isn't that fantastic?
If you were driving down the road and you're following this, it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I also like just the little details here with the honeycombed edges to the lights. So that is just really, really neat.
Yeah. The detail is nice.
It is amazing.
And then, of course, Splittin image.
Yeah, right on the side.
Right on the side there.
And if you noticed on the driver's side, it actually has the Hot Wheels emblem on it.
Yes.
That is really cool touch.
Yeah. So it's basically passenger. There's not much over here, but the metal matches.
Yep. And then you've got the seat, of course, matches and everything. You've got the same padding all the way around.
Exactly.
So you could have a passenger.
You do. Passengers can ride in here. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I just love that dual cockpit look.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just such a neat look off that car. Okay, so you got room for a passenger there as long as they can squeeze in, right?
As long as they can climb over and squeeze in.
You got to be a bit of a gymnast to get in there.
You do. You do. And if you're much over 6 feet, you might be a little
tall
might
for
be a
it.
little uncomfortable.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, it's just so fun to see it in person. I mean, how many times do you get to see a Hot Wheels car become a reality?
Probably never. Yeah.
It's just never, or it's extremely seldom. I mean, we know people will make cars and then Hot Wheels will design a Hot Wheels after that car. But the reverse process.
This is the reverse process,
is unheard of. So, I mean, man, they did a nice job. Okay, let's walk up front here. I love that cut in the nose of the car. I mean, they had to have extended this a little bit from the actual Corvette, or is it actually right on the frame? I mean, it would seem to me you've got about a foot more of fiberglass.
I think it's extended.
Yeah.
It looks like it's extended.
It does look like it is.
Yeah.
I love these cutouts right here.
The cutouts look great. There's lights behind here.
And those are functioning.
Yep, they're
still got the same matching honeycomb.
Yep, on both sides.
Grill on the side. Mm-hmm. Got the Gotham Garage license plate on there as appropriate.
Yeah.
You got your Hot Wheels logo there.
On the blower.
And I did notice you actually have a Hot Wheels logo on this side too.
We do.
I had to look at that closely. That's the really cursive right, but that's Splittin image. So you got the labeling on both sides of the car.
Yep.
Had to take a lot of machining to get that just right. I mean, the mold for the fiberglass, especially when you're working from brand new, right?
That's right.
I mean, it's just.
Well, that's what they do. That's what they're famous for doing.
That's what their specialty is. Yeah, I mean, just wow.
Yeah.
What an incredible car, Mike.
So I'm glad it's here, and I'm glad it's part of our collection, and hopefully people will come down and see it at the auto show. And then they can come the last Saturday of the month to the Chanhassen Autoplex, 9 to 1, right? And visit us there.
Absolutely, and then you can see that car in person again. Well, Mike, thank you so much for taking us through the car.
My pleasure.
And showing us, I mean, what a blast to see it in person after watching the television show. That's just incredible. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Nathan. My pleasure, believe me.
So don't forget, you can see this Splittin image at the auto show, which is coming up Saturday the 30th through
Saturday, March 30th, and then Sunday, April the 7th.
All right. So
stop by and see us.
And you could always come to the Chanhassen Autoplex the last Saturday of every month.
9 to 1.
9 to 1. And you can see it there.
Yeah.
Mike, thanks again. It was
pleasure. Thanks, Nathan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thanks for watching.